They're supporting a man who went to prison for nearly collapsing a grooming case. A gang grooming case. Keir Starmer breaks silence after Tommy Robinson's surprise appearance. You're not going to believe this. Welcome to Back Britain Unfold. The chamber was already tense. Cameras rolling, voices echoing through the hall. But when Tommy Robinson suddenly appeared, the entire atmosphere shifted and all eyes turned to one man. Keir Starmer. Now, you may be wondering, how did Starmer react? Did he ignore it? Did he lash out? Or did he do what politicians do best, carefully measure every word? Well, what happened next is sparking debate across the UK and beyond. So let's break this down. The scene. A high-profile political event already packed with journalists, party members and critics. Suddenly, Tommy Robinson, a figure who thrives on controversy, showed up. His presence alone was enough to set off whispers, tweets and live commentary. And then came Starmer's response. Rather than avoid it, rather than pretend it wasn't happening, the Labour leader addressed the moment. His words weren't fiery. They were calculated, deliberate, and meant to send a message. Starmer looked out at the chamber and said something that hit like a warning. Politics must be about solutions, not stunts. People deserve answers, not performances. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, but it landed with weight. Why is this moment so significant? Because Starmer is a man who has been battling accusations of being too cautious, too rehearsed, too careful. Yet here, in the face of an unexpected disruption, he laid down a clear line. This wasn't about policies, crime statistics, or parliamentary procedures. This was about drawing a contrast between serious governance and spectacle. And make no mistake, that contrast was the real battle happening in that room. Reactions poured in almost instantly. One senior Conservative MP told a reporter, "Starmer wants to look like the adult in the room, but people are tired of words. They want real leadership." Meanwhile, a Labour strategist offered a different take. That's exactly the Starmer we need to see more often. Calm, firm, above the noise. But perhaps the most telling responses came not from politicians, but from the public. Social media lit up within minutes. One user wrote, "This is why I'll never back him. He talks about stunts while we deal with rising bills and unsafe streets." Another countered with, "Finally, a leader who doesn't take the bait. Starmer is proving he can handle pressure." And here's the thing. This is bigger than just a few lines in a chamber. It's about political theatre. It's about who controls the narrative. And it's about whether leaders can maintain composure when the spotlight suddenly turns their way. For Starmer, this moment was a test. And depending on who you ask, he either passed with steady hands or missed a chance to connect emotionally with frustrated voters. Starmer has been under growing pressure to show strength ahead of the next election. His critics call him boring and safe. Supporters say that's exactly what the country needs after years of chaos. But politics today isn't just about policies, it's about moments. Viral clips, the 10-second soundbite that gets replayed over and over. And this was one of those moments. Tommy Robinson thrives on spectacle. He knows how to get attention. By showing up, he forced Starmer into the spotlight in a way no press conference or debate stage could. The question is, who came out on top? Analysts are already split. One commentator told the BBC, "Starmer played it smart. He didn't overreact. He didn't stoop to theatrics. That's how a Prime Minister in waiting behaves." But another, writing in The Telegraph, argued, "He looked stiff, cautious and overly rehearsed." Leadership is about authenticity, not pre-prepared lines. And that's the tug-of-war playing out in real time, not just between Starmer and Robinson, but between two visions of politics. Do people want calm, careful leadership? Or do they crave fiery, confrontational energy that feels raw and unfiltered? The impact could ripple far beyond this one event. For Labour, it's a reminder that every appearance, every line, every moment can become a defining image. For Starmer, it's proof that he can't just focus on policies, he has to navigate the emotional theatre of modern politics. And for the public, it raises a question that won't go away anytime soon. When the spotlight suddenly shifts, who do you trust to carry themselves with authority? As the dust settles, one thing is crystal clear. This was today's important update. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news from across the UK, right here on Britain Unfold. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Unfold channel. Thank you.